Hey guys, how are you? Um, just coming with another weekly video. It's always a long week for me, so let's just not even start it that way. I'm trying to figure out how to make 48 hours in a day. So, yeah, if we can figure that out, that'll be great. I apologize if you hear my heater in the background. The studio was stupid cold this morning. So, and again, in not having 48 hours in a day, I have time to heat it up for an hour and then come in to record. So I'm apologizing. And lastly, I still have that frog in my throat. So yeah, we're just gonna push through. Yeah. So, because yes, I need my coffee. It's been look, I'm happy I'm up. And yes, this is high maintenance hair, so it takes a whole lot more time out of my day than I thought. The things that I go through to try to be pretty. Jesus Christ. But yeah, it's just been a lot going on, and a lot of moving parts. The end of the year and the beginning of my personal year is always like that, so I kind of expected that to happen. But this year, I don't know. I've been overwhelmed, I believe. I've been just not my bubbly self, not my loving, fun going, outgoing, over the moon, super happy personality self. And my two coworkers pointed it out yesterday and kind of made me go, what is going on? So, do I have an answer? No. But it did, as I was, doing some writing exercises, trying to figure out what is possibly going on in this little big old head of mine. I did come up with the topic of today's video. The topic of today's video is happiness envy. I think I suffer from that a little bit. And I'm going to just give out 5 little tips that I've written down in a corner of my vision board to kind of keep me focused on how not to make this a bigger thing than what it actually is. So yeah, let's just get into it. Yeah, let's go. So I guess I noticed that I don't know if it's fully happiness. Envy is such a strong word, but I often find myself, when I was looking for more time in the day this past week and a half or two, the first thing I did was I woke up and I kind of went to Facebook and Instagram, and I don't know where this habit started from, because it wasn't a habit that has always been around, but it's a recent habit that I noticed now that I'm trying to figure out where the hell all my time is going. And so in noticing that, I'm just sitting there kind of just looking at people that I used to know, because that's really all my social media is kind of filled with. The people who I do know on a regular basis, that I spend time with on a daily basis, I see them, I call them, I know what's really going on in their life. But my Facebook and my Instagram is just full of a lot of people that I used to know, I used to admire, I used to have these values and ideas and ideals about, right? And so I'll see them and they're making little milestones. They're getting married or having babies or forming new relationships, getting promotions, getting further education degrees, just buying houses, all sorts of shit that I am not doing. And I'm sitting here the fuck, Regina? What are you doing? Why are you? And I call it happiness envy because first of all, if you know me personally, I am genuinely happy for you. I'm one of those weirdo people who it's oh, Regina, I hit $1 million. Yo, oh my God, I can't believe you made $1 million. This is so exciting. And for a week, I'm floating off how exciting and how many life changes you're going to make. I may hit you up with yo, don't forget to hit the CPA up. Yo, don't forget to do this. Don't forget to invest your money. You're yo, statistics say you should only blow 10%. I'm that guy, right? I'm genuinely happy for you. So when I say I have happiness envy, it's not one of those things where it's like, oh, F them, I don't care about your baby. F that marriage, it ain't gonna last. Who care about your house? I hope your roof falling. I'm not one of those people, so I'm definitely happy for you. But I'm also envious of the fact that I'm not experiencing that same thing. Like I'm ain't nobody knocking on my door to take me to $6 wing night. Ain't nobody trying, buy a house and build with me. I don't have the money right now to buy a house, build, and grow. Not saying that I'm not working towards these things, but I just don't have it now. And so my peers, very, very, very quotatiously saying peers, when they have it, I'm just sitting here like, yo, you stupid, and you not great, and you suck. And that's, I'm sure, not how this is supposed to be. And then when I take that, right, and I look at my social media and I'm like, all right, when I could push that off and be like, well, Regina, these are people that you don't know what they had to do. Like, you don't know. I'm going to keep that joke to myself. But yeah, just because it looked good don't mean it's good for me. Is essentially it. So it's like, Regina, check yourself. Like, their life ain't yours and you'll get there in your time. But then my new peer group, the people who I see on a regular basis and spend a lot of time with and like hang out with, they have their shit in order. They have their shit established and together. And it sits me here like, oh, I ain't even got that. Like, I don't. I'm so lonely. I'm so lonely in these Section 8 YouTube streets. Again, and I'm happy. I want you to be happy in your marriage, growing through the pains and like making it work and establishing yourself and finding that significant other that makes you happy and I want all of those things for you. I want them for me too. And I guess that's where the happiness envy comes in, right? I'm happy for you. I just want it for me too. And so it's sometimes recently for me, it's just been hard to then, when those thoughts start to set in, to focus on my journey and focus on what, I'm here to ultimately do or achieve or just take the reins of my life and ride this bitch till the wheels fall off. So I don't know. The 5 tips that I'm going to share with you guys that I, again, have in the corner of my vision board to just keep me grounded and keep me focused and keep me centered. And to remind me that it ain't the shit that you see. It really ain't. So the first thing is that I have to respect my process and my progress. Like, those two things go hand in hand. It's work to get to anything that's worth having. You gotta put in work. You just have to. It's no if, ands, or but. A good life don't fall out the sky. The life that you dream of don't fall out the sky. You manifest it from your dreams, but you gotta put in the work. You just have to. Respecting the process, though, is about evaluating that you're not where you were, and you may not be ultimately where you're going to, but you somewhere. And respecting that you somewhere is respecting the movements that you made throughout life. I know that there's been a lot of times that I so negatively focused on, and that's what I'm talking about now, negatively focusing on the progress that I'm not making. I kind of negate the progress that I did make. Just from 3 months ago. And I think I made this point before on another video. Like, just respecting those small incremental movements that we make throughout life, it's fucking worth it. Like, ugh. But I'm doing it to myself because I keep getting up seeing what the world wants to share with the world. And of course, we're going to always give off our polished versions. I don't wake up like this. Bitch, I wish I did. God, I wake up close to this, but I don't wake up like this. I definitely give you the best of me that I want you to see, or the best, or shit, the version of me that I got the energy for today. Because if you know me, god damn it, you'll catch me in a bonnet. in the mall at 3 in the afternoon. I don't care. Don't judge me, ho, judge mom. So yeah, the second thing I do is I prepare for the work. And preparing for the work is not obsessing or worrying about the downfalls or the pitfalls or the bad things that's going to happen. You just prepare for the work. I took on a big project. I did not prepare myself for this big project. That's probably why it is feeling overwhelming right now. I didn't prepare. I didn't clear out the space. I thought I could. There's not 48 hours in a day, Regina. You're not as young as you used to. Your knee will swell up on you. Get your shit together. Like, I did not. I did not prepare for this journey in front of me. That's okay. Now that I've assessed, I can repivot and make the necessary sacrifices, right? But when you sit and you just worry about what needs to be done, you're not making any forward progressive movements like you need to. And it seems simple sometimes. It's so simple, it's hard. The third thing that I've focused on and that I have on my vision board is that you got to have real people in your life. And it only takes one or two to make the movement that you need to start going. But have real people in your life who are going to call you out on your shit. My best friend, and I always bring her up, my best friend, I swear, is God sent to me. I literally don't know what I would do sometimes without this presence in my life. She gut checks me. She tells me, and even when I'm in a bad mental, emotional headspace, and I probably can't take criticism, it doesn't necessarily stop her. She just changes how she says it. Okay, what I would suggest is, if I were in your shoes, and then there are some times when she just gotta hit me over the head. Yo, I know you crying, and I do feel bad for you, but you brought this shit on yourself. And that's okay. I gotta be a grown adult and take it and internalize it and be happy that I have somebody in my life who's willing to call me out on my shit. It's hard when you are the only person in your life willing to call you out on your own shit. That's hard. It's hard to sustain. It's hard to do. It's a great skill to have, but you can't do it alone. Stop trying to be an island. At least that's what I keep trying to explain and drill into my own head. The fourth thing I got to keep doing is, and I remind myself of with my vision board, is to focus on my journey and my end goal and my timeline. I can't say, oh, so-and-so got married by 34. So-and-so got 3 kids by 34. Such and such was 27 when they met there. Like that, Other people's timeline ain't got nothing to do with you. You don't know the work that they put in up to that. You don't know the sacrifices, the lessons. You don't know if what you are relishing is their lesson, is their backward progressive movement, right? Backward progressive, Regina. Yeah, because every time you take a movement backwards, it is a loss, but it's a lesson. And every lesson that you learn is something that you need for going forward, in my belief system. And look, I could be wrong and I could just be trying to make things bigger than what it really is, but that's what it means to me. So yeah, I got to focus on my own journey, my own end goal. And then not only will I realize that the lessons that I'm learning, which is still movement, and remember the goal is to just keep moving, not worry and be stagnant. Right? So as I keep moving, the lessons that I learn, I want to apply those lessons so I can move forward and never have to make that backward movement again. I want to start making positive, forward, progressive movements towards my end goal. I remember in my last relationship that I was in, I came to him and I was like, look, soon we'll be coming up on 5 years. I want to start making some forward progressive movements in our relationship. And that freaked him out. He lost his mind. He literally told his mom on me. And I'm just sitting here like, I don't know what was so wrong about the clear statement of forward progressive movements. But whatever. I was thinking about a bank account. He thought I meant kids. Crazy. But yeah. That's how powerful it is. Every small forward progressive movement should freak you out, but in a good way. The last thing. So I'm not giving you guys a 30-minute long video about shit that we all figure we know. And like I said, if I'm just figuring out and you already knew it, so be it. None of this shit is possible without believing in yourself. And I think that's where some of my mood has been coming from. I've lost some of my confidence, and I can't tell you why. I've been feeling a little humdrum, and again, I still can't tell you why. But what I do know is the times in my life where I really relish in the essence that I left behind, I was very confident. I had unwavering faith in myself. I just believed a lot in myself, and I don't have that right now for whatever the reasons are. Maybe I'm just in a deep transitional period, and that's what this shit is like. But yeah, you can't make it without believing in yourself. When I think about the Bible passage that talks about all you need is a mustard seed of faith, I always come back to that faith isn't just in whatever spiritual thing that you believe in. You got to have a mustard seed of faith in yourself, because you have that will that goes with that little small mustard seed of faith to push it, to sow that seed. Like that further along, I believe in the same passage, it talks about sowing that seed. It's not talking about a random ass seed. It's that same mustard seed of faith. Where does the will to sow that come from? But within you. So yeah, have that mustard seed of faith in yourself, and then you'll be able to sow or put in the work for the shit to grow. But that's all I got. So yeah, today I am going to try to do my best to, somebody recently said to me that trial leaves room for failure, and that's probably why I ain't making it. So here's what I'm going to say. Today, I'm going to make this the best day I've had in a couple of weeks. I'm going to put on a smiling face, and I'm going to make this shit work. So thank you guys for always rocking with me and listening to me and giving a shit about my little life. Because as always, I just want to leave you with a little bit of light, because it's light at the end of all of these tunnels we find ourselves in. I want to leave you guys with a lot and all of the life that I can give to you. Because, we in this shit together, and there's no goddamn how-to traveler's guide to life. We can figure it out and write one if you would like. And most importantly, I leave you guys with love. Until I get Mike Stan, I can't give you my heart, but you got it. All the love that growth and prosperity and shit failing and struggling and all of that needs, I give it to you, because the same love that you guys give to me, I shoot it right back to you.